to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. And salutation to all the Akim out there doing this work in our sincerity, in our truth. Shalom to the elect, yeah? You know, this is James, Jamaica. Coming at another week. It's in a weekend, you know. So as we said, it's what, a freaking weekend. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's okay, answer the topic of the video, man. What we out here to do is prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. See? Mostly declaring the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See? Edifying the elect. You can see, but hey, you can see that this kingdom is coming to an end, and it's closer than we even believe, man. See? And we've been prophesying the downfall of this kingdom for so long. I wouldn't mind see it happen tonight, tomorrow, or as soon as possible. Because we're tired of this place, man. We're tired of this place.
It's coming, man.
Yeah?
It's good to say. Think about the signs in heaven, and you know that your redemption is nigh, man. And then say, when you see these things, we have certain signs that we have certain signs that we look for, man. You know, so we know that seriously the kingdom is nigh at hand. You know what I mean? And we've been seeing those signs.
Gone.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about another sign. You know that basically is common in the news. You know, and Esau be out there trying to control the narrative. You know, trying to put his own spin. And there's a lot of people getting caught in it, because even somebody mentioned it to me. You know what I mean? And saying that, you know, there is no UFO invasion that will take place more than just Project Blue Beam. Which basically, that is far from the truth. Now, the thing is, they don't know the devil and his devices, man. You know, what he's trying to do is trying to control the narrative. You know what I mean? They want you to believe, you know, that the Lord is something else. So I'm gonna fake, you know, something, or I'm of the idea out there that I'm gonna fake something, you know, similar to the arrival of the Lord, man. Whether I'm doing it, yes or no, you know, the Lord will make him arrival in that manner. And the chariots, man, who the world would ignorant, they call them UFOs, man. Yeah?
Luke 21 verse 25. Let's start from verse 25, but the point is done further. And there shall be signs in the heaven, in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars.
Right, so we have a lot of astrological events taking place, man, you know. We have weather anomalies following those astrological events, you know, marking the time that we are in. Yeah? So we have some special time, and not only we have astrological events, you know, certain blood moons, certain alignments, you know what I mean, activities on the sun, you know, behavior of the sun, you know, and even things here going on the earth, man, you know. So we know that we're in a special time juncture, you know, and there is frequent sightings of so-called UFOs, man, to the point where it's in mainstream news commonly. You know, he used to be talking about different sightings, you know, and it's common in the news.
Getting light for them to take some.
Yeah, and what the narrative that he's trying to spin is that they're somehow chariot crash and them caught aliens. You know, from ever since he's been trying to push that. You know what I mean? Because if he could only get that idea into men's mind, it could get them to think that there is hope to fight against whatsoever craft is coming in. Because if they can crash, if they can die, if you can physically put your hands on them,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? See? If you can physically put your hands on them, that only mean that look, you know, there's a fighting chance.
Gone.
But unfortunately, the grace or whatsoever Esau basically drum up out of mind, those are not what the Lord is gonna send, man. He's gonna send his mighty angels, man. And not these ugly ass looking creatures, man, that Esau, you know, try to invent to show the world that, oh, this is all the creatures that fly up in these craft, oh, them look. You see? And it not even make no sense.
Yeah.
You know, because some of these creatures may have using this advanced technology, not even have limbs. You know, not even have limbs.
Yeah.
You know,
The right, not even a cell limb.
Yep.
The right appendages.
Right appendages to basically create or invent such vehicles, man.
Look on the other,
You know what I mean?
Things you can't talk because
You know what I mean?
them
Them look more primitive than man. But yet them have advanced things. Hey, look, man. The angels them don't look like that, man. Yeah?
Hey, furthermore, the appearance of the angels and a like way, and a something you can just perceive like that.
God.
Our say the drivers of the crafts then.
God.
Because them have them on scale there, but we even say are the angels. You see me? You can't, a normal man can't just look upon an angel or follow an angel like that.
God.
You see me?
Hey, an angel can't even look like a man.
Yeah.
Like a regular man out here walking the streets, man.
Scripture call them ministers of fire.
God. You know?
Them in them angelic.
Yeah, they must spiritual.
Spirits, man.
Pilots actually see them as they see African American.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
And them can present themselves as such.
Good.
And then you have others that present themselves as cherubim.
Good.
You see me? What them describe as the face of a lion and them things.
Good.
You see
Good.
me?
Terrible countenance.
Hey, when they manifest themselves to the prophets of old, them get weak down.
You're scared, man.
Or just fall upon their face.
Fright, the fear was upon them that the spirit almost left them body, man.
Right.
You go on?
So that's the way that's about Esau, Job 13 verse 4, but you are forgers of lies,
God.
ye are all physicians of no value.
Right,
No,
he's,
but-
he's a forger of lies, man. So the narrative that he's trying to set is to give people on the earth hope that, you know, these things can die. So there we have a fighting chance. So probably we can shoot them down. You know, if we work hard enough. Cause say one crash here is already, and we have bodies. So therefore, don't be afraid. We carry some guns and weapons and deal with them. That's what the narrative Esau is trying to push out there, man. You know, you see. So a lot of people, when the Lord and his angels make them arrival, a lot of people were thinking about some space alien type shit. That's what people are gonna be thinking about, man. Especially, you know, you see, and the thing is, one of the main thing that is responsible for the mindset of how people should see the Lord.
Good.
You know what I mean? It's Christianity, man. Because Christianity push a narrative, you know, where when the Lord makes him arrival, it's totally contrary to how Christians would portray the coming of the Lord. So a lot of people gonna be caught in ignorance
We have that.
when the Lord make him arrival, man. They won't know that this is the Lord, man. They're gonna think, oh, this is a alien invasion,
Independence Day comes
Independence Day type of shit. Yeah?
through. Somebody find Wesley.
Yeah? You get the revelation.
Revelation? Yeah. Alright. This is Revelation chapter Revelation chapter 18, and start from verse 7. It say, and when the 1,000 years were expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right, who is Satan, man? The physical counterpart for Satan is the so-called white man. Yeah? No, it's is going about the earth like a madman, trying to turn women into men and men into women. You know what I mean? Trying to convince people of some transgender bullshit. You know, that's the devil for you. That's Satan, man. Done. Yeah? One?
Done. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Right, so it's about trying to deceive the whole world. You know what I mean? Trying to tell them that, look, man, look, there are aliens crashing on earth, you know? And we have a couple bodies and all them things, man.
Done.
Oh, them spacecraft crash. You know, I've been pushing that narrative ever since the whole Roswell argument, man. That him have a craft somewhere down in some secret facility. This man's a liar. The only craft he can have in a secret facility, a craft that him trying to build. Yeah? When him hear 51 madness and them things, man. Hey, look. We're on you, man. On you. We know what you're doing.
If there's a protect from the secret cause of the wicked, man. As the written say, the scripture say, the wicked are estranged from the womb.
Right.
As soon as they're born, they go about speaking lies.
Right.
Yeah.
About speaking lies as soon as they've been born.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Esau for you, man. He's a liar from the birth, man.
Right? Revelation 20 and verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Somebody give me that in the book of Exodus. Right, same time. So this devil is trying to convince the world to fight against the Lord. Hey, what that president, American president,
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, him say, oh, only if we have a outside threat, you know, we'll put away with differences, you know, to basically tackle that threat, man.
Yep.
And that's what it is, man.
Not unify enemies like a common enemy.
In the midst of World War III, in the midst of this division, there's a major division taking place right now where nations getting ready, picking side to go to war, man.
Yep.
Then shall leave the battle with them against Jackie.
32.
Then shall leave the battle.
You want to done something?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, so you have these nations getting ready for the Third World War, man. World War III. You know what I mean? But when this war get hot, you know, this man decide to, you know, convince everyone to fight another threat. Yeah, that is what's gonna go down, man. And that threat is alien. It's an alien invasion according to the white man's narrative.
Yep. It's
So
alien because it's foreign.
So he keep putting in a little piece, you know, using the media, make other nations, Russia and everybody aware that, look, we have outside threat. So even though them look a domestic conflict on the earth, you know, they still putting in the narrative that, look, you know, things keep coming here, we keep seeing these things, you know what I mean? But when the war kick off and when them actually make the invasion start, then people are gonna remember that the media they already tell me about these things. But yet, not only that, but America should have bodies and craft in some secret facility. So therefore, we should be able to shoot them down. Yeah? That's what's going to be the mindset. Hey, remember when Will Smith go up and them fire, all them pilots go up and them fire missiles at the craft in Independence Day, the movie there, and they found out that the shield was up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And their thing was to get rid of the shield that them could kill them aliens.
To plant a virus that the mothership.
Yeah, plant a virus that could kill. Yeah.
Alright.
Good dream, man. Good dream. That one not gonna happen, man. It's a fear tale. What?
2nd Ezra 13 and verse 32.
Right.
And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass,
Right.
and the signs shall happen which I shewed thee before.
Right.
And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Right.
And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have against one another.
Right, so during World War III, you know, the war got break up. And now the focus gonna be like what that president said. Let me again. Reagan.
Gun.
So Reagan's speech is gonna come to pass, man.
It was prophesied in the scriptures, man.
You know what I mean? that external threat gonna show up itself. You know, so World War III get cut short, man.
Yep.
You know, but not before the destruction of America though. You know, because the missiles gonna be falling on America within that time period. Yeah? Hey, cause that's the time when the chariots basically gonna burst the skies, man. When the missiles be coming over. Yeah? Voilà.
And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to fight,
Run.
and to overcome him by fighting.
Run.
But he shall stand on the top of the Mount Zion. After the 144,000.
Run.
Right? And Zion shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
Why you think them that confident, you know, that them would what, not confident? Why you think that them that they was that willing to fight? Because the narrative was already set.
Yep.
That's the reason why they were willing to fight. In the movies, you see them try to communicate with the aliens in the movies, but in this case, it just sound like them are gonna try to do the communication thing, like, you know, find out what's going on, see if we could talk to the alien or something like that. Not that. Them coming willing to fight. So therefore the narrative was already set.
Gun.
And that's what Esau be doing right now. He's setting the narrative, you know, right now, that look, these are aliens, you know, they be coming here, we shoot down one, or one of them crash, or we have a craft, or we have bodies in our secret location. The liar narrative, and the people across the world keep hearing these things, so when them see the chariots have actually arrived for real, they're gonna think that, look, them can't get shoot down. Not!
But I'll read verse 5 as well.
He said, as the cat said, that will never happen.
That will never happen.
Right, so jumping up to verse 5, 2nd Ezra verse chapter 13. After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men,
Right.
out of number, from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Right.
Behold, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved in himself a great mountain, and flew upon it.
Right.
But I would have seen a region or place where without the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Right, so the Lord is terrible, man.
Put the spirit on them.
Israel, the fearful to come up before the Lord, man. You know, what the hell them weak ass Eden can do, man. The Lord is terrible. You know what I mean? But the man are gonna try to approach the Lord, man. In his majesty. Scripture said not gonna meet the we give it a precept,
as a
man.
man.
Hey, cause these men don't understand what they're up against. Yeah?
Puppet.
It's Revelation
Isaiah
12,
1:7.
verse 7 says, and there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Sure that so-called white man is the devil and he is Satan. Yeah? Huh?
It says, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him.
Right, all them pilots when having the military ace. They call the one where we shoot them where have successful dog fights. They call them ace, that's what they call them.
Ace pilot, yeah.
Yeah, all them ace. They make a blast the hell out of the sky, man. Yeah?
Live performance by Roger White.
This is Isaiah 47. Verse 1. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Go on.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, but daughter of the Chaldean. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Sedate the millstone, and grind meal, and cover thy locks, make bare thy legs, and cover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
God.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, so the Lord is not going to meet you devils as a man. You know? He's coming in his majesty, man. He's coming, you know, with power and great glory. That's what the scripture said. The Lord is coming back with power and great glory. You say, so them the Egyptian horses are flesh. You know? You look at playing them, look man, you're playing them. You look at playing them can't, you know, match up to them chariots any at all, man. Them chariots define the laws of physics. You know what I mean? In every form of way. The things that these craft do, you know, there's the Esau and his wildest dreams can't figure it out. And you be seeing that. You be seeing that all the time, man.
Isaiah 31 verse 3.
Okay.
It said, now the Egyptians are men
Right.
and not God.
Right, so the Egyptians, which is today is the Americans, they're going more invincible army. And them think the Air Force is invincible.
Man.
You know what I mean? But just like Leonidas and the with the 300, and we call them the immortals, just like how Leonidas wound them, just like how they wound them and realize that they're bleed. You know what I mean?
Without the immortals, we will put their name to the test.
Yeah, we're gonna put Esau, his pilots to the test, man. Yeah? They don't stand a chance, man.
Them think them invincible.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
But the
them
Lord
think the US Air Force is invincible, that's what them think.
But when the Lord done them are gonna come invisible.
Yeah.
Say, now the Egyptians, Isaiah 31 verse 3, said, now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their heart is flesh and not spirit.
Right. Look, man, you're just terrestrial mortal beings, man.
That word mortal means death.
Yeah, you're mortal beings, man. You're gonna fight against the mortal beings, man. You're crazy. Yeah? Mortal men with equipment, terrestrial equipments, where him make.
Right.
Yeah? I watch a video look while with a semi-truck versus different Toyota Corolla cars, man. You know, the semi-truck crush all of them. You know what I mean? Things that fall up with men, things that fall from the sky. You know what I mean? You know, you have jets and you have helicopters and then jets fall from the sky all the time. That Esau created, man. All this weaponry. You know what I mean? Is that fault?
And him realize it and bring it out to you.
You know what I mean?
Him tell you say, yo, in technology when you have no close to the technology of these chariots.
Run. Hey, the the Raptor, the Raptor, basically the new fighter jet that they have. You know what I mean? It's not even complete, you know, they have so much problems with it. You know what I mean? And they spend much in $1 billion, you know, researching and developing that jet. And it's still not come to perfection up to this point.
Yo,
You know what? This devil have other equipment that basically they plan to use to fight against the chariot, but you know, to show you that this man is on no level to fight against these beings, man. No level. Yeah?
Go on.
One.
And their heart is flesh and not spirit.
Go on.
When the Lord shall stretch out his hand,
What the scripture say about the angels are? Minister in spirit. They are spirits of fire, man. Yeah?
he said, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall,
Right.
and he that helpeth, that is open shall fall down,
Good.
and they shall feel together.
Right. All gonna feel together. Scripture say, go back to Ezra, brother.
There is fight.
Alright. Second is just 13 and verse 8. After this I beheld, and lo, and they which were gathered together to subdue him
Right.
were sore afraid, and yet there's fight.
Right.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire,
Right.
and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. And he burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
Yes,
When
so
I saw this, I was afraid.
So the Lord's gonna blow them to smithereens, man. Just like that.
Just
You
like
know what I mean? Just like that.
One more verse now,
Yeah.
Isaiah 31, verse 4. He said, for thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion, and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice,
God.
nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof.
Right, so the Lord is coming down to fight for his people, man. The elect, by the way. We have stress that. You know? Because a lot of people get cut off in the rush. But the Lord is coming down to fight. The angels coming down swiftly. You know what I mean? To fight, man. You know what I mean? Look, man, you see the Lord, with the rushing of the Lord rushing, gonna be very violent, man.
Go on.
Very violent, man. You know what I mean? And then the whole world will understand, you know what I mean, that the Lord is terrible, man. Just like how the nations learn, you know, when they bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, how terrible the Lord is, man. They call him the Al-Shadia, man.
Yep. Great and terrible power.
Great and terrible power. And the world will understand that the Lord is a great and terrible power. Just like when he bring, just like back in ancient Egypt, what he did to Egypt, when he brought the children of Israel across. Yeah. Just like when the nations have learned that, look, he's a God to be reckoned with, man. Yeah? And it's the same thing today again, because it's almost out of men's mind that they should fear the Lord, man. You know what I mean? No, yeah, you better check the whole world, they're not walking in genuine fear of the Lord, man. Because the people teach on the earth that, look, man, God is the God of love, you know what I mean? It's pacified. According to the perspective of the common man on the earth, the Lord is pacified, man. Yeah? But when the rushing in of the Lord come, man, it's gonna be so terrible, you know what I mean? People gonna lose, lost them breath, drop them dead for fear, man.
Yep, you can read that.
Yeah, go on.
Luke 21 verse 26.
Right.
Men's heart feeling for fear and
Right.
for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth.
Right.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Powers of heaven shall be shaken. Hey, look at this. You know when an earthquake shake, you have people bawling out, Jesus!
I would never go back when the outside come.
An earthquake is not scary yet, man. An earthquake is not on the level. A scariness, like what the Lord basically shaking the heavens, man.
Hey, in Isaiah 2,
When them things busting through the skies, man.
In Isaiah 2, it said when the Lord coming to shake terribly the earth.
Right.
Done. You know?
Hey,
Every
imagine
year
that.
above you.
Imagine that sight, man. Things coming to the earth atmosphere. You know what I mean? You never see that shit yet. The thing is, you know, in movies, and NASA basically show, you know, all type of fake shit concerning the ozone layer, man, and things going out and coming in freely, man. Men on the earth never see, yeah, a large object going through that firmament, man.
Yeah, like in
Never.
Independence Day. Remember in Independence Day when the big craft come in and the atmosphere pretty much explode.
Yeah.
As the ship come through, the way that come through with much force.
It's gonna be a terrible sight, man. A very terrible sight.
Imagine seeing that, yo. You look up and the whole of the heavens on fire.
Yeah.
You know,
And you see that craft bursting through.
Yeah.
You know, in Ezekiel, it describes it that way there.
Yeah.
When you say a fire enfolding in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah, when it comes to
Yeah.
it describe it the same way in Ezekiel, man.
True.
Yeah.
Look, verse 27, Luke 21, verse 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with great power and great glory.
Right. Great power. It's not just saying that, man. The sight you're gonna see, it's gonna be strange. First of all, gonna be strange and scary, man. Can never yet you ever see such a sight. Yeah? The least a man can see in the heavens, take place in the heavens, is some asteroids or some comet, according to this devil. You know what I mean? You never see the ozone layer or the firmament burst open, man. You never see that before. Yeah? And that's what's gonna happen, man.
Something more massive than the earth.
The last time the windows of heavens were open was when the flood came, man.
Letting water outside and inside.
That's the last time it opened. Esau never go beyond. Nothing up here, man. He's a liar. NASA is a liar. You know what I mean?
But they go moon.
But Esau be talking about he's been to moon and them. Look, man. If in 2023 I still believe that this never went to moon, you need to examine, man.
I even believe it's too expensive for them. No.
This man never leave the planet. Never. And he have not to leave the planet. Nothing at all. No satellite, no space station. Everything is in the earth sphere, man. Everything. They may be at the ice spheres of the earth, but they never breach the firmament. Never breach the ozone layer. The first men on earth, to breach the firmament is the elect of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And this is how it's going to happen, man. When them nuclear bombs start to fall on the earth, when them chariots deliver us, man, that's when we're going to be above the firmament for the first time, man. Yeah? The first. Give me that principle.
Mingle a glass and
Yeah.
yeah.
This is Revelation 15, verse 2. Then I saw, just start at verse 1. It said, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up with the wrath of Yahweh. And I saw as it were a sea of glass. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Yeah, that's the firmament, man. Sea of glass mingled with fire. Yeah, one.
And I saw a sea of glass mingled with fire, and then that had gotten the victory over the beast,
Right.
over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass.
So we're going to be above the firmament. Yeah? So the first time beings from off the earth gonna be above the firmament, man. Esau never went above the firmament. Never. Yeah? On the fire of them rockets, man, and they will be crashing in the firmament. You ever see them video yet? Like Elon Musk rocket them. Like them disappear. Like them crash and lick the firmament and disappear.
And it shouldn't be because we are back in the, when them go moon.
Yeah.
When technology never so advanced, them go moon and just
all the Elon Musk rocket them on fire up there. All of them hit the firmament.
Is that the firmament get tough?
You see one effect after the rocket them crash. Them effect that you see? We see on the news all the time. And when it hit the firmament, none of them pass the firmament.
Like in them space move they went and they have a dome over it, like a protective there.
Yeah. This man never been above the firmament, man. He's a liar. Yeah? He's trapped here on the earth. But this nigga be talking about going to Mars and man, shut the hell up, man.
Yeah, pass the 4 seat.
Nigga go nowhere, man. Nowhere.
They can hold up a picture in an image in a desert and Photoshop them.
This cracker can't even go to certain depths of the sea. The sea is right here on the ground, and him cannot go to certain depths under the sea, man.
But in the discover 80% of the Amazon.
Yeah? Alright, this man be going up certain altitude, you know what I mean? You know, and passing out. Man, I carry oxygen and all them type of things, man. You know what I mean? And it's just like going down under the sea, you can get bends. You see me, you're going up high altitude, too far up, and I get bends just the same way, man. You know what I mean? So men in his mortal state wasn't created to go far up in the air, and he wasn't created to go far down under the sea. You have limits, man.
Yeah?
Mortal men have limits, man. Even with speed, mortal men have limits. That's the reason why Esau will turn into drone technology. You know, when it comes on to hypersonic speed, craft, the hypersonic speed, men don't be an hypersonic craftsman.
You can't manage your blackout.
You can't manage that. The what do you call it? G-force is way above the threshold, you know, that your body can deal with. You know what I mean? Even the depths of the sea, man, the pressure down there, you know what I mean? They show you that what happened if a submarine was actually going down to that depth for them tell about, but it's Titanic the other day. Right. They show you how the whole thing just implode.
Yeah, man.
And if a human being like just squash out like a tomato, you know, you're liquefied. That's what Esau be showing you, that under the pressure, you'll be liquefied, man. Yeah?
Yeah. And I see a walk. The man make you look like you know.
Yeah? This man can't be going the deepest part of the seas, man. This man don't know nothing how down there look, man.
I mean,
nothing, not even robots them can't go down there.
Them tell us about 5% of the oceans them discover.
God.
Them can't go in a majority, so them don't know what they in the waters.
Hey, and the parts them discover, this is strange anomalies, strange phenomena, man.
Especially
see fire, this one go down and see fire down, weird under the water, smoke under the water, and fire, and creatures living in it, and him see water under the water.
Yeah, with fishes there when him penetrated.
Yeah, this man be seen, and guess what? Imagine the depths where him can't go. What going on down there?
Who can feel with
The depths where him can't go. Imagine what's going on down there.
But they want going like space, go search for this place, and him can't search from here.
You can't search out as small as the ocean is, but you want the great deep. You can't search out the small deep, but you want the great deep you want to search out. Crazy, man.
You can't search your Amazon.
Yeah, you can't search for the Amazon.
That's why I light it in constantly.
Hey, look, man,
Amazon.
put it down, come. Just down, man.
Light it.
Just down. Yeah?
But then you be able to rub him in that, you see? But no.
This is Ezekiel 28 verse 2. It's the Son of Man, say unto the Prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God. So because, so thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God,
Right.
in the midst of the sea, yet thou art a man and not God.
Right.
Though thou set thy heart as the heart of God.
Why? Because now, him have the people well programmed. You
Man, try
know?
number everything.
Him have the people well controlled. You know, now he want to be omnipotent, omnipresent. You know, he want to see everything that's going on the earth.
I try to number everything with,
Yeah.
with the AI.
Yeah. This devil want to see everywhere, I know the state of everything on the planet, man.
God.
You know, using AI. You know? Trying to be like God, man. Yeah? You want to judge the people like how the Most High judge the people. Yeah? They out here programming people like how the angels them do it. And not knowing that he's a part of a program himself. Yeah? Yeah? But guess what? The earth, you know what I mean? You're here on the earth and you don't know half about the earth that you're living in, man.
Man, even know about himself.
Yeah? Even himself, he don't know about. You know what I mean? You get something like this, man, and what you do with it? You destroy it, man. You know what potential that can come from the earth? Hey, look, man. Show you this man evil. This man basically, every technology that basically come out for the well-being of mankind on the earth, if he can weaponize that, if he can use it as a method to control the people, it is not gonna be out there. You know what I mean? Like free energy and all them things, man. This man know about free energy way back, decades ago, man. But guess what? He rather use fossil fuel. He rather use lithium ion batteries. You know what I mean? Because he can use, he can have these resources, you know, in what you call it now? In demand.
He make your work fiat currency,
you know?
Sustain, they make the economy.
You know, you always want renewable sources of energy, man. Yeah? Like, when I try to sell out as clean energy, I try to sell it as, what you call it? Wind, solar. This man know about cold fusion and all them things from a long time. I'm talking about wind, solar, them things that crap, man. Them things that crap. And I say wind and solar, in order to basically push them type of energy, you know, the resources and material I'm going to use to make batteries, you know what I mean? The resources I'm going to use up might as well stay on fossil fuel, man. God. Yeah?
You know the brother said, lithium battery are the biggest scam.
Yeah.
Since Barack Obama married his boyfriend Michael.
Yo, where you think the lithium and the iron coming from? The lithium ion coming from, man? It's coming from the soil, man.
Exactly.
So if you're going to turn from mining one thing to mining the next thing as a solution, crazy, man. As I said before, this man know about cold fusion and other means of our source of energy, man. You know what I mean? Just like when he come up with atomic energy, he also, same time when he come up with atomic energy, he come up with cold fusion. You know what I mean? Nikola Tesla was on the game, and what he did with Nikola Tesla research, them man JP Morgan and all them take all of the man papers them and everything and burn on him in lap. You know what I mean? Take all of the man research and everything when it come on to distribution of energy, because this man was going to transmit energy through the air, man. You know what I mean?
Do that,
But
sir.
that's what's going to be free.
How we going to control the people if we just give them energy? Crazy.
It's definite. And everybody who figure out cold fusion get killed all of a sudden. There's a big the last shooting will take place up at that shooting will take place up at that supermarket.
Anyway, I'm Buffalo.
Up at Buffalo, the nigger that died. Nigger was on the game with cold fusion energy, man. Was running his car in water. Yeah? But he was put to death, man. You know what I mean? He was put to death. With that supermarket shooting, mass shooting. He was put to death up there.
Stage a mass shooting.
You know what I mean?
Out here in Jamaica.
We don't even hear about him again. Yeah? He disappear if you research that shit, man.
Especially if they make it go public.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, water is everywhere, water is free. That's the reason why World Economic Forum would like World Economic Forum would like to basically control all those resources, man. All water, all land. You know what I'm saying? All water, all land, all animals, everything they want to control by 2030. Them claim.
Control all coal farts.
Yeah. See, so even them come on, even them come on and say, yo, we have this energy source from a long time, but we find out a way if it work now. When them actually bring it out, them actually have control of all water already. They can't use water anymore. Yeah? This definite.
You have to go buy water.
Yeah, go start buying water.
Oh, they must say food is not no more human. Food is a human right. It's a human right.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's never no wonder that food is a human right. From long time with Codex Alimentarius, they basically want deem nutrients as toxins, man.
Hey, right now they must spray wheat with a different chemical. Got your name? It's another chemical they must add to wheat now to do more shit to wheat. So the wheat that we are getting now in the flour or whatever, you know, just hybridized. It have one Clorox, something like name, got the name, poison, will induce more problem to your organs. Right now.
This man put poison on everything, man. You want somebody more diabolical than this man?
I'm sure I'm seeing them they clone Tyrone, them put in the hair products, them put in the chicken, the grape juice, them put in fucking thing. They must show you straight out, this is what we're doing to you.
Yeah.
And it's the number one movie in America. People are watching and they might be entertained. They clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing with you.
Right.
You see me? Them putting the chemicals in everything we eat and everything we put on your body. You see me? In order to fuck you up.
And the thing is, he's at the level right now. I'm not to hide nothing, man. He tell it directly.
Really
you know,
much.
just like when put on the box, the cigarette box that says smoking kills and it gives cancer, and people still buy it.
And then put the most gruesome image them on it.
Right. Every product can take up a product. People talking about why if they're gonna do certain things, they need to put it on the label. He saw me putting shit on the label from a long time, man.
I know it gone to, as you say, the movie gone to satire, but the people they only take the joke and not the truth.
Right.
But you remember years ago, you go buy some box orange juice.
Right.
And Kabash said,
Citric acid and
benzene or whatever.
Benzene.
Yes.
And the brother say, yo, look it up, because that's a poison or whatever. I want to look it up, you see, oh, like the way
Yeah,
I never
citric
suck
acid
in
and
orange juice.
benzene of liquid.
You see me? What?
Yeah.
You see me?
And all these things in a box of orange juice, white, citric acid and benzene mixing in a box of orange juice. But benzene, they're in the first place.
Benzoate.
Benzoate.
Sodium benzoate.
Sodium benzoate.
It's a preservative.
Yeah. Who the fuck I got always think is 100% orange juice and just drink.
And the thing is, Esau knows that even if you see the truth, it's a 9-day wonder.
Right.
Like in Jamaica. Because Esau knows it. Esau knows it. Your attention span get fucked because of him fucking.
Right.
And he fuck it every more every day. So he knows that even if you focus on something, it's not gonna be for long.
Right.
See, look
Next week you start drinking back of wax
look
orange
on the
juice
up,
again.
look on the upward in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You see me about the politician MP. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying again?
You know, yeah, it's gone, you know?
So right now, Wallace can come out and say, alright, now I'm going to step my salary now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody forget about it. You see me? So Esau knows that if he even tell her the truth, you know what? The chip is the mark of the beast. And people are going to go, me not take it.
You remember the movie that show about the Hollywood and the stars and the hip-hop industry? You remember them documentary that come out and everybody out here, you know, frenzy about
Right.
oh, all about the witchcraft, I mean.
Yeah, man, remember.
And by
that,
2
man.
weeks after them gone back and still sang them.
No,
Remember that, man.
Benja yet, the artist them come
Yeah.
down here
Yes,
from-
King. Yo, Gavin, go
I
on.
think it was
Rihanna.
Yeah, and everybody flocked.
Yeah, with that right here. And the whole of
Everybody there about Rihanna until she come.
So, yeah. Alright, it's Isaiah 2 and verse 17, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Right, the Lord alone will get exalted, man. You know what I mean? Hey, because this man, as I said, this man think that him is God. The Lord will show him, say, him and a God, him a man. You know?
And the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord,
Right.
and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
Hey, yesterday I tell yeah, man find some weird places to hide, you know. Yesterday I tell Makola about a dude, you know, in the community we used to live. The man them come for him and him run. Him run and him try hide under one, you know, them wash system type of thing, them wash thing, they were them big concrete one. And the man try hide, you know. I'm gonna put a gun in the top and say, come on. Yeah, man, try to find some, when trouble take you, you try to find some type of place to hide. When it make no sense, man. Yeah, it's going to say, oh, man, I say out to the rocks, fall on us. So,
I try back about this thing.
the way of the Lord arrival will be terrible, man. Man, I gonna try to hide or some place. If I try to shoot off a fish and see how some fish try to force themselves out of some little stone, if I try to go on and hide. But it even make no sense.
Alright, verse 20. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver, his idols of gold, which they made one for himself, each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, and into the tops of the rugged rocks, for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
Imagine someone that climb up on some steep rock and try to go up to some place, some little crevice to go hide. Yeah? You say even the rugged rocks, man.
And I cut up your foot to try to hide.
Yeah.
Right? It's Revelation 6 and verse 16. Right? Yeah, me read from verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of its places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who are going to stand up?
Man, they out there scared shitless, man. They're like when I run from a duffy. They're running from you know, they're moving, man. Them scary moving, man, and people are trying to run and hide, man. Run tripping and trying to hide, man. Our man run from shot, a gunshot fire, man, I run up and down. Yeah? None of them things don't compare, man. To the fear when men that come up on men trying to hide, man. When the Lord basically make my rival, man. Yeah?
I give up the ghost.
Yep.
Revelation 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies of heaven, which were in heaven, followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God.
Right. Lord is coming back to wrath, man. You don't know the level of wrath. You know what I mean? But the Lord is going to bring up on the planet. Yeah?
Right. Jumping on to verse 19, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped the image.
Hey, you know what is the Vatican basically saying now, that basically them supporting the CBDC type thing right now. Say just like how them support the sticky Vicky, the job, you know, and they're gonna support under the skin, man. Yeah? Vatican, man. Yeah? So Christians, you know, Christians gonna receive the, you know, and it's just like how we have Christian pastors being out there telling them congregations so them can go and take the sticky Vicky. No, this is the mark of the beast or whatsoever. You can go and take it, you know, it's not poison. It's basically whatsoever the curve what they want to say. You know what I mean? The same thing you're gonna tell them congregation.
Just the science. Just the science, yeah.
The stubborn job. The stubborn job there. The poke on the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah?
H to the I to the P.
Yeah.
Right? It said that these both were cast alive into a lake of fire, a burning fire with brimstone, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
Right. Gonna be a storm around here, man.
Everything gets fucked.
Yeah.
Fire already kindled.
Yep. Revelation 1 and verse 7 says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Right, man. Hey, look, man. Wailing.
Mourning.
Yeah?
Those wailing shall be in every vineyard.
Basically, I think this is the end of mankind. The Lord is going to deal with it, man. I think the end of mankind, you know. Oh, the alien come off and come destroy the planet and kill off everybody from the planet. That's what they're going to feel. That's what they're going to feel. Because they'll be thinking that it's alien, man.
Oh, fuck, it's Independence Day.
Yeah. So the alien will finally come, destroy the earth, and everybody upon the earth. That's what we're praying now.
Oh, yeah. Catch some people, man.
This is Jeremiah 25, verse 31. So now it shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord had a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword. Said the Lord. So thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth.
Right.
And they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
Right.
Dead bodies all over the place, man.
Right.
From east to west, to north to south.
Yeah, man, the Lord will do a work on the earth, man. Yeah. See? People be out here
65 and 15.
thinking that there is no reward for the wickedness, man. Everybody out here do whatever them feel like, you know, thinking that there is no consequence, you know. But the consequence is the judgment of the Lord, man, and so the Lord's judgment going to unfold. You know what I mean? With him coming in terribly, destroying all that is to be destroyed, man. Send forth them angels to the death angels over the earth, man. You know? Men be out here scared shitless, man. When this thing come down, man. But them angels, when them go out and do the bidding of the Lord, when the Lord give them the command, and them go out, there's nothing where one can do to stop them from doing what they are doing. You remember that angel with David and Israel, man? Yeah? Once the Lord say, yo, go kill.
Like a joy.
Yeah?
They will not. They will,
up for the bidding of the Lord, man.
they will not transgress this.
The Lord are going to let them loose
They will not
upon
transgress
the
this
inhabitants of the earth. Not going to be nice.
This is Sirach 39, verse 28. If there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes, in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword punishing the wicked destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment.
They shall what? Rejoice in his commandments. Happily doing the bidding of the Lord. So when a judgment without mercy, man. Yeah?
And they shall be ready upon the earth when time need is.
Right.
That's a hurricane up in our season.
Yeah.
Earthquake up in our field that same way.
Yeah.
You know?
Fire come.
Fire come. If the forest are burned down, you have in our season. Time the Lord come for them.
People don't run from priests and all about.
Because you unlearn is an accident.
Yeah.
Or coincidence.
Yeah.
Because you unlearn.
You know, it's not grease around.
The Lord of perfect precision.
One straight.
Gun.
Yeah, it's a hard shot and a miss, man. The Lord for him arrow and a miss. Yeah?
Moose.
So when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
I don't like the fuck removing your legion. When Gabriel come down. Go save the baby because oh no, Michael come down to save the baby because God lose faith in a man. And Michael was show God now say, yo, if you have faith in a man, save way. So he said, Gabriel now to come kill Michael and the baby now. You know?
Revelation 16, verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, turning not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right.
So woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Beginning of sorrows and great mournings, beginning of famine and great death, beginning of wars, and the poor shall stand in fear, beginning of evils. What shall I do when the evil shall come?
Right, it's that part, it said the poor shall stand in fear. You know what I mean? What say the regular man out here? If the elites of the earth will not be in fear. What said the regular man? Yeah?
We'll read about it later.
So behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right. Hey, so the Lord bring all these plagues upon the earth time and time again, and people be out here thinking that, look,
God.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them people there, but hey, life goes on. Yeah? And don't try to figure out why these things happen. Yeah?
Verse 22 we said, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other shall escape the hunger, shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
Yeah, we're rapidly approaching that time, and as the title of the video say, man, hey, look, man, the Esau kingdom is at an end.
It's the end of the world.
So we are witnessing the end. The end is being manifest right now. You know what I mean? So anytime soon, you know, the ball will be rolling, man. You know, in chariots, as we speak about earlier, you know, we're all out. Esau trying to, you know, bring his own version of version of the story, why these things basically showing up. You know, and can't keep a lid on it anymore because too many people seeing these things. So now I'm gonna try make up something to tell the people them, you know, say so him can basically control, you know, the narrative pertaining to the coming of the Lord, man. You know, but we know what the end result are gonna be, man. You know, and we can't wait for these things start to transpire. You know, we already see the CBDC coming in. We have talks of the thing that going on their skin. You know, to be a part of that system. You know what I mean? We know that that is one of the final prophecy that the Lord have going. You know, along with the war that is being brewed. You know, and that's it. For this kingdom, man. That's it. When Esau bring about this war, that's it, man. When he bring about the chip, that's it.
Yeah.
It's a chip. Yeah?
No.
Finish, man. You know what I mean? Done enough. You know, what other evil this man can do. You know? You have to ask, brother. What other evil this man can do, brother?
What should we ask that still?
Man.
Ask that, brother.
Because we get created for. This man is going to dig out some evil out of somewhere, you know, a year after before.
This man has ceased to be basically.
Yo, this man fuck up everything on the planet, you know, brother. Yo. Hey, all the creatures them in the ocean, you know.
Yeah.
In a problem, you know, bro. Serious problem, you know.
Fish is trying to beach himself and all that.
Yeah, what they say a news, where it say them say 50 pilot whale drone. Like 50 pilot whale?
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
No
pile up
ox-
one place and dead. In one group.
No oxygen out here in the sea, man. He used to be fucking up some shit. Something, man.
The shark, them say the shark them I get more vicious than ever in the waters them. What did them come out that news about the shark? Shark can be more vicious because them take cocaine from traffickers who are come to us. Yo!
Hey, the way this man is, this man accountable for nothing at all, you know. I don't give account for nothing at all.
I just like the movie cocaine there.
Try to blame everything else, man. I'm the victim, you know, everything else is the fault, you know. You know, that's something why man feel, man. By the way, you know, final piece of
verse 37 says, so behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child within the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not for a moment.
Right.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
Right, so the things just to start happening suddenly, man.
Can.
We can wake up this tomorrow morning and hear that there's a financial crisis, man.
Can.
Bank collapsing, man. You know, can hear a great event, you know, terrorist attack or cyber attack or something like that, man. Anything can happen at any time. And you know, we're off to the games, man. Yeah?
world shall mourn, and the shower shall come upon it on every side. So, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to battle, and those evils be as evil as pilgrims upon the earth.
Which we are supposed to be in that mindset.
Good,
Mindset
good.
of a pilgrim from even now. Yeah? So we say, Kalalali, our Bashim, our Shai, Bashim, our Kodash, the honors, beloved apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers about you. Keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.